Shoshie way. I'm gonna teach you, be ready to learn. 'Cause when I'm done, it's your turn. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on tuning in, hear what I say, but watch it real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
And we are live, and it is Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis. Hello, it is Wednesday. It is the middle of the week, and actually, look at this light. Things are a little bit disorganized today. I had a really busy day, but thank you guys so much for stopping by. I see Cajun Mage is here, Bullos, and it looks like just you guys. So that's awesome. I'm so glad. So we're painting more Kingdom Death today. I didn't get my go live done until just a minute ago. Things were crazy. So we're already arm bars. If you guys know, you know what an arm bar is, right? It's like a really good way to break your arm. Hola, Jose Lu. How are you? Como? All right, we are ready. Let me switch cameras because I want to get right into painting. We've got the Bard today. Hold on one second. This is the Bard. And also, notice I got a little cut. So I'm going to throw a glove on so you don't have to look at that. I don't like you guys looking at my wounds. I got cut today. I was cutting an avocado, not models. I was cutting an avocado, and I was being stupid. I was trying to cut. I thought I would try to see what the pit looked like on the inside, and I was cutting the pit, and the pit, you know how slippery the avocado pit is, and it goes, and I was like, not fun. Hello, hello, Tevison. All right, so there's the Bard. Is that close enough for you guys to be able to see her? Because I wanted it fairly close. Let me put my little spiral in here so I know. There we go. And we've got subscribers over here. Remember, if you're wanting to get on the subscriber giveaway, which is the Redgrass Games wet palette, that is going to be Friday, this Friday. So, subscriber only giveaway. Doo-doo. Are all Kingdom Death Minis female? No, in fact, I've got 2 of the male characters. Now, a lot of the promo models have been female because that's what sells, right? But this is a model from the, oh, look at that. Did you see my camera just go quick? Right, this way? Yeah, it did adjust. Yeah. It's adjusting color. Look at my glove change colors. That's funny. I don't know if there's anything I can do to fix that. That's a white balance thing. But here's another male. He's got a little lantern back there also. I'm really, we're going to be painting these at some point. Probably not till I get back from, when I get back from ReaperCon, because next week we're going to finish up the Bard today, and the next week we're going to be getting ready for ReaperCon, and I'm going to be doing all my ReaperCon classes on my Twitch channel so that everybody who takes that class will be able to have a video. So you guys will all be able to take my class virtually by coming to my channel. All right, so this is the Bard. I need to look her up and see what color she's got. We're going to look her up right now. Oh, I wanted to tell you real quick before we get going that I have begun the paint along process. So we have started the group order. I'm going to put a links in the channel right now. If you've got to remind me, somebody, Lamunis, if you could remind me later, or if you want to copy these. Hold on here. I'm going to copy. There we go. Put this in the channel for you. Boo, boo, boo. So, if you're interested in getting in on the North American, I'm going to say North American group order for the bust. There we go. There's the Discord link. I created a special channel on our Discord so that you can get in on the group order. And then there's also discussion so that if you have questions about anything in the process, that is the place for it. You can also ask me on my stream, but this way it's, you know, it's much better to like log your questions. That way everybody who's involved can see the answer and I won't have to answer it multiple times. And then I put the group order link, which is the page where if you're interested in getting in on the group order and, you know, you're fine with everything. Now, if you're not from North America, don't go in there and fill that out because it's only for North Americans. I'm going to be getting coupon code for the rest of you to be able to order directly from Abyssal. Yeah, I think they're an Italian company, so it'd be like Abyssal, you know. I'm sorry if that was really offensive. I hope it wasn't. I talked to Palumbo. Sorry, that's his last name. Fausto Palumbo. Talked to him today. He wants to do a giveaway for the stream. So I'm really psyched. Maybe he'll want to give away that bust. So that will be really exciting. Maybe we will do that for next month's giveaway. I think that would be a good thing. What do you guys think? Let me see some emotes. Let me see some excitement. You guys are like quiet today. All right. I'm going to flip back here. I'm going to go back. And we have the Bard. I'm going to look her colors up real quick. There you go. Thank you for that hype. That's awesome of you both. The glove is changing color. Yeah, it was changing color because of the white balance in the camera, which I don't have any control of. I'm pretty sure. Let me actually double check. Pretty sure. Let me see if I can fix that. Double check and make sure I can configure the video, make sure white balance. Oh, there we go. So white balance is currently on. Let me take that off. Okay. Now things won't change. Now it will be good. Good. Okay, see now when we flip it around, it stays the same. See, there she is. That is our, aw, you will never know. Just subscribing. With your Twitch 25 months. Holy cow, that's crazy. That's a great streak. That's 2 years now, over 2 years. You will never. Okay, no. There we go. Thank you so much, Mad Love and Hype. She looks awesome. As long as my son is 22 years. Woo. That's right. I remember you had just had a baby when we first started all this. When we first went live as a partner and as an affiliate. I think you started subscribing to me when I was an affiliate. And you just had the baby. That's crazy, isn't it? This is the Gladiator. We worked on her last time. She still needs work. All of them do. All of them need a little bit of work. There's the Cleric. I did work on her a tiny bit today. Look at the shields. We didn't look at any of the shields. See, you can see the difference between this one and this one. This one needs a little bit more contrast, I think. Yes, hello must have damage. So yeah, the reds all need highlights and shadows because they're not really that defined. And yeah, so this one is the one that I feel like is the most done. And even she needs this little, can you guys see that little bit of base down there that's black still? I need to work on that. And then we're gonna work on Bard today. Yes, thank you, Rub Jedi. Love Gladiator. All right, I'm gonna look her up. I keep saying I was gonna. Kingdom Death Gladiator, or sorry, Bard, the Bard. She's such a pretty model, the original one. DF Bard, there we go. Okay, and now I need the art card for that, images. She's got some cool colors here. She's pretty basic. There we go. And she's got a little blue light lantern, but this one we've got as yellow, so we'll keep it that way. And there's the Wikia. All right, I'm all set. So this Bard, so the other Bard had a kind of like a little fedora kind of hat with feathers. This one has more of a helmet kind of hat, which means I've got to do more non-metallic metal, which we've been working on. I kind of what did I do? I like non-metallic metaled myself out with this one. That one was too much. I like a little bit. I don't like working on this one has a lot of metal on her legs. Jeez. Oh my gosh. I think we're gonna go with silver armor for her. Gosh, I don't know. She's got some gold on her, but mostly silver. Ooh. I'm not so good with that. We'll tough it out though. You guys saw me struggle. Like, the struggle was real last week. Or, sorry, not last stream. Hey, Jimmy, do you like gladiator movies? What's that from? I don't even know that reference. Lol. Okay. Let's do her skin first. We're going to go. So we did her with a Caucasian skin tone. We did her with sort of a medium light brown. And then we did her with a dark brown. Woohoo! Jumping models. Oh my goodness. So then what color should we make her? Because we've got medium, dark, light. Maybe we could make her redhead. We've got a blonde. We've got a brunette. We got a blue. Flying high airplane. Oh, okay. Yes. Oh my gosh. I remember that movie. So old. You just dated yourself, Rod Jedi. Just kidding. Not like I don't ever do that, right? All right. I'm gonna go with the traditional. Now this bard usually has black hair, and then she's got kind of a tan top in the original artwork anyway. I just think it's a little bit boring. She's got a little bit of the cat armor on. All right, I'm just getting a feel for her, kind of figuring out. Let's do the skin, and then let's just kind of, we're gonna work slower on this girl. I feel like I kind of tried to rush through this one. I got a little cocky, and then I ended up being frustrated a lot. So I feel like I need to slow down. I need to chill, and we're gonna work on this girl. I'm gonna pick out a skin tone and do something different. I want her to have a real light, the blonde is very light, but let's go with a little bit more pink with this girl. I feel like I want to make her a redhead, but I'm not sure. Maybe with a few freckles. She's got black hair in the original art, and I'm gonna let you guys vote because I can't make up my mind. What was my was that my Michael Jackson impression? Woohoo! Yeah. Woohoo! All right, let me make a poll for you guys. I'm gonna let you pick. So we're gonna pick out whether you want red hair or black hair. That's the choices. Both are gonna be really interesting to paint. We're gonna do a light pinkish skin tone for both of them as well. Like a rosy. All right, here's polls. Poll question, what color hair should the bard have? I like polls. Should the bard have? That way it challenges me when I don't want to do something. Okay, red hair. Red or black? We could also go alternate color, but I don't really know. I think I'm gonna stick with the red or black. Okay, and we're gonna give you 60 seconds to vote. So I'm gonna start that right now. All right, guys, did I ever close that other poll? I did. All right, ready? ShoshiBot started a poll for 60 seconds. Minimum votes, 1. What colors should the bard have? Use exclamation point, vote, and then your number, 1 or 2. And then, yep, you got to put exclamation point, vote. There you go. Still have the original set of 4 adventures. I do. Oh, you mean I guess, yeah, is that the starter set? The 4 survivors? I do, because we still play the game, if that's what you mean. Put a little space in between your 1, James Gagnon, because I don't think your vote counts otherwise. You got to do exclamation point, vote, and then space. Platinum gray. Ooh. But her whole, I don't think platinum gray is going to work, Lamunas, because her armor is going to be, we're going to do silver armor. Oh, in the other D&D classes set. What have I done with my, I've done a lot. I've done these in the original set, but I feel like I sold them. I think I sold them and did them as commissions. By the way, if you ever want something done by me, but you don't have the model, check with me, because there are some that I have. I should put up a list. There are some that I have that are limited edition that you could commission me to paint for you. I have the model. You would just have to pay me for the flat fee of the model and the commission rate. Fighter Thief. Oh, Fighter Thief. Mage something. Oh yeah, that's Echoes of Death 1. I do have those, but I haven't painted my own set. I painted the original set for commission. You can find all those VODs on YouTube, I believe. All right, did it pick? The winner is red. Awesome. All right, we're gonna do red. Cause good thing that James Gagnon got his vote in. Lists would be nice to see. Yeah, Fisher King Canada. Uh-oh, I heard something beep. Oh, my husband's got something on his computer that beeps every once in a while. That's gonna drive me nuts. So each have a different hair color. Yeah. So this girl has blue. This girl has blonde. And this one has black or dark brown, either one. And this girl will have red. Okay, so let's do the pale red-haired girl skin tone. I'm gonna start with my base tone. I want to start with something that will be, I'm just curious. So I don't know if this is going to work. I think we're going to start with Indian Shadow as our base tone and then work up to a pale. I don't know if this is going to work, guys. We're going to see. We got very red undertones, though. Mike is a bad influence. He is. He's upstairs napping because I don't know why, but maybe because of allergies or something. Neither one of us has been sleeping very well. And he's just exhausted. Won't lie. You read that as Mike has bad flatulence? Yes, maybe. What time is it, Ashcat? Yeah, it's late there, isn't it? It's really late there. Holy cow. It's like midnight. All right, so this is Indian Red. We're going to try a new skin tone color. All right, if you need me to zoom in more, go ahead and let me know. But this is about where things are going to be. You got to put exclamation point but below. So that's how you do it. It's exclamation point but. I don't know why they picked that. I didn't pick it. All right, and I've got my little visor. I'm going to put that on. Give me a second here. I got the visor. Now we are Cyclops. Okay. Right there you can see. And again, I'm going to take things slow. I'm going to make sure I got nice, even coverage of stuff. This actually is going to be a good base tone for our red hair as well. Actually, it needs to be a little darker than that even. Let's do this and then we'll do a wash of the skin tone. Sorry, Druchii Violet as my shadows for the red hair. We're going to start this as my shadows. Now, if you're painting this girl, there is a bunch of little things up here that are not her hair. It is the fur from the lion set. So don't paint that. Don't paint that the wrong color by accident. By the way, guys, I am currently open for commissions, and I am happy to accept some. I have some for September, some openings. And so if you have ever been interested in hiring me to do something, you can also like message me if you want a list of that Kingdom Death that I was talking about. Even if you don't want me to paint it, I might be willing to sell some of that. Sometimes I buy stuff that I don't end up wanting to keep myself. Some of the stuff I keep because I want to paint it, but I don't care about keeping it after the fact. All right, she's got bare skin here on her arm. Again, I'm trying to take things slow. This is me being, so it's funny because Flick needs to try to be faster and I need to slow down a little bit. It is not easy. Okay, I will check chat in just a second here. Oh, I'm noticing. Why in the heck? So this is a weird model. She doesn't have pants on. She's got bare legs. I just noticed that. She does have armor on. We were going to paint some of this though. Yep. There we go. Now, because in the original she had some shorts on. Okay, she does have this little. That works. Okay, good. It's weird. Why are you wearing armor but no pants? No pants wearing girl. Okay. Get that back there. Ooh, it's a little bit hard to get back there. Some of these things are better off painted as sub-assembled. Trader Legions, hi. How are you? Sevison says, I saw you put up a form for the paint-along, or did I get fished? No, I did. I put up a form. So anybody who took part in my previous paint-along, you got an email with a link to everything. And everybody in the Discord saw that I put up the, and I put up the links in chat as well. So you did not get fished. If it's coming from me, you're not being fished. Armor equals no pants equals KDM reasoning. Yes, exactly. Yep. No pants. No pants and sometimes no shirts for the guys, which I'm happy about. Although it makes it difficult to paint on Twitch. We're going to find a way. All right, there we go. She's good. All right, we've got this little bit of her arm. And I'm going to thin the paint out a little bit because I want that to be a little bit lighter. Because there is... Okay, there is a what is this called? It's like a seam, a divot, which I wonder if I can get rid of that with my scraper tool. Let's see, where is it? Let's try it. Bards know how to be popular? Yes. Woo! Just dropped it. All right, there is a line here. I'm gonna try to scratch it out. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to scratch off half the primer. There, that worked. Okay, so I had to scratch that off. Let's paint on top of that. It's going to be a little rough. Wait a second. There's also a little mold line thing going on. All right. Attempting to cover. There we go. It's not perfect. That part's a little bit rough. All right. And the last little bit of hand that should actually have some glow from the lantern on it. That's all right. We're going to get that. I think I just found, what is this? There we go. That's just a little shaving of plastic. Sometimes that gets stuck to stuff because I left too much on my desk. Okay. We've got our nice red tones. Just making sure there's nothing left that needs to be painted. She's got boots on. Oh, did you see what I just did? Man. Bummer. So if you guys have ever done this, when paint is... I'm going to just cut that off. Now watch. What I need to do is take a little... If I had it, I don't have one. but I used to have a nail polish correction pen, and what I would normally do about this little crater that I just made for myself is I'm gonna just paint that inside there. I'm gonna let that dry, and then maybe we can, yeah, I think I can. Normally I would burnish that down just on the edges of just a little bit with a little bit of acetone so that that crater would go away, but well, it's fine. Let's get that little streak off her face because I just don't know how that got made. Pants optional. Hey, TLS Terrain, how are you? Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Welcome to the class. So I've just started using this Optivisor, and I look like Cyclops. Oh, and I just noticed a little bit of this. So do we have anybody any followers from, oh wait, I just noticed something. I painted over parts that I shouldn't have painted over. Do we have any followers from the Philadelphia area? Because I just got asked to be the guest of honor at it's like a historical convention in Philadelphia, a miniature convention in November, and I'm thinking about it. I've got to see if it fits in my schedule. Oh, Brian Reese, hello, welcome. I'm so glad you could make it. Love new followers. We are always happy to have new people on Twitch. All right, I just fixed that little crater that was there as best as I could. All right, that's step one, is my base tones with all those reds. Now we're gonna try to work up to a real light pinkish skin tone. I think so. This is sandalwood. It's pretty pink. And then I have, let me look here. That's not the right one. Let me look in my case for my Pro Krill. Pro Krill might have something cool. Yeah, they do. They have this rosy color, and they have pale pink, and they also have tan flesh, which will be good. We'll work with that, and then ooh, this has a nice shadow flesh. We're gonna work with that triad. Okay, Pro Krills. So let's put this one away because I don't think that's gonna work for what we're doing. We've got this one, which is actually going to be a step up from our reddish color. So let's mix that up. Put that on there. Ooh, yes, perfect. You guys can see it's actually a nice peachy salmon color. And then we've got our tan flesh. If I can get that out. Eventually. There's a little bit of paint on the top here. Pale pink, yeah. The pale pink's gonna be my final highlight. That'll make her look pale. My goal, now my gladiator came out really nice and pale, but I want her to be even more pale, so we're gonna go pale pink. Oh, look at the difference. Look at that jump. That jumps. Okay, so now, when we prepare a palette, I'm gonna mix, let's see if you can see this. Might need to move my light a little bit. We'll move the palette. There we go. All right, so we're gonna stretch that out and then go about 50-50 to make a tone somewhere in there that's in the middle. Oop, things are leaking. Schmutz alert. Mutabor. Mutabor, how are you? What's your favorite? So far, this girl's my favorite. That's been my favorite one. Although, they've all come out so cool that each new one is my favorite. So now the Gladiator is one of my favorites. All right, there's our next gradation. I mixed the middle one with that one. And then we're gonna mix the pale pink with this and get somewhere in the middle of that. Hello. I'm guessing you're not on stream? Okay. Something in your computer is beeping. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Ranger has good dynamic pose. Yes, I agree. We're painting the bar today. We're going to give her red hair with a pale skin tone. I just noticed I missed a little bit in her armpit back up in there. All right, so that's going to be our base, or sorry, our shadow color. So we're gonna work up to this, and I'm gonna use that middle color right here, thinning it, and I'm glazing it. We're doing basically a version of glazing and layering with this. And we're gradually working up to our lighter colors. And I think I told everybody I'm going to take things a little slower this time. Yay! How do I say your name? Steph-tacularly. Oh my gosh, that's a great name. Thank you so much for following, Steph-tacularly. So now I'm taking from that, what's that color? The flesh shadow flesh. That's going to be our next layer, and I'm just going to, because I wanted to jump a little bit more than I ended up doing. There, that's better. I'm starting with the face because if things don't work with the face, then they're not going to work with the rest of the body. I need to thin this out. And each layer is going to be getting a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller. See that? And underneath the armpit. See how that does get smaller? I leave a little bit of that reddish color around the edges. That gets to stay as, I'll show you on this side. So I'm going to, see how I leave a little bit? And that kneecap is going to be the lightest, so that's where I'm focusing my highlight. I need to thin again. My brush is acting a little wonky today. It's getting a lot of brush strokes, and I'm not sure if I should switch brushes or not. Pulling that up to the kneecap. Yeah. This part is going to have the lightest amount, so when I add my second layer, then this part I don't have to paint that much because that's, see, I need to thin it because this whole part is going to be in shadow, so it's going to get blended thin. What's my favorite Kingdom Death Monster expansion? Alex, that is a good question. Let me think. Well, we played with Gorm. We played with Lonely Tree. We haven't actually experienced Lonely Tree, but I loved painting it. That probably was I think Lonely Tree was my favorite to paint. Expansion. Yeah, that's probably it so far because we've only done Gorm and Lonely Tree. But I guess if you count Echoes of Death as an expansion, that's probably my next favorite. We actually haven't really experienced that either. All right, so again, I'm painting the top of the apex of the flesh. What's your favorite Kingdom Death expansion? That's what I want to know. Do you have a favorite? Have you played very many of them? We're still trying to get through the first part of the, like basically we're trying to get to the Watcher. We haven't even gotten to the Watcher, much less the Gold Smoke Knight. So once we finish that content, we'll add lots more expansions. But it has been a little bit since we've had the game, and we still haven't finished. Notice, see, I'm still lightening. Her skin is very, very ready. Okay. Let's go with this middle color right here. And I'm going to start at this kneecap. Pulling this in the middle there. Oh, Damo, thank you for the subscription. 24 months. That's 2 years of Damo. Damo, thank you so much for all of your amazing support. For those of you guys who don't know, subscriptions go to help the stream, make it better. I've recently bought all new graphics and I'm buying music, and all of that goes to help that. And of course it's not required. Nobody has to. There we go. Damo XD. Thank you. Mad love. It's Kingdom Death game, kind of like a story. It's basically, you know how D&D games are like a campaign? So that's how Kingdom Death plays. So you play it there is a story mode to it, yeah. And Mudabor says Gorm is one of the best, not the best mini, but the best quarry. That I have to agree with. I think it's got some really good gear. And for your money, it's a good price too, isn't it? I think I ended up getting Gorm on sale. There was a sale and people were like, which is the best one to buy? And everybody was like, the Gorm. All right, see that? See that we're building up? See how we leave the dark and that gives us our volume in the skin and makes it look like it's, you know, a cylindrical object. I'm pulling the paint toward the spot that gets the most light, and by doing that we leave thinner paint behind, and the ball of the thicker paint is left on the part that is the highest highlight. Okay, so for instance, like I said right here, we're getting smaller and smaller areas of paint though. And by doing that, smaller areas like shingles on a roof, that's something Sam Lenz taught me. That's another way we build up our volumes. Okay, and by blending it, I'm kind of doing tiny little hatch marks. You can't quite see it, can you? Let me do a darker color so you can see it better. So little tiny hatch marks really close together is kind of how I'm trying to shade, right? And by doing that on the next color it'll be very nice. It'll blend, your eye will blend it. Like, watch this. This is the next color. If I do my hatches. See that? And then so on and so on until we go up and up. Notice that I'm getting smaller and smaller as I'm going out. Now see, that's a little bit drastic. So that's like too high up. So what I'll do is I'll let that dry. Let me find the right focus. Right there. So I'll let that dry, and then I'll go 2 steps up and 1 step down. And I'll glaze it back down with thin paint. Watch what happens when I glaze it back down over everything. It kind of, look at that, it self-blends it, right? Because it brings everything together. Damo says, always glad I can support. Well, I really appreciate it. Alex King says, I'm afraid to get the Lonely Tree because of all the horror stories I've heard. Now, the trick with the Lonely Tree is dry fit everything. Don't glue anything until you're 100% sure that you're ready to. Because it's really not, sorry, I just spit on my paper. It's really not that hard. I ended up having to break mine to get mine to go together because I didn't listen. I didn't take my time. Your favorite is the Flower Knight, and you haven't really finished the regular campaign either. He is really pretty. The Flower Knight, actually, I want to see what he plays. Now, some of the expansions change the game forever, so those are the ones we're not going to add right away. You want to play the Dragon King? Yeah, the Dragon King is its whole separate campaign, right? Slenderman. Game is good. Yeah, game is supposed to be great. So the Gorm is supposed to be great because it helps keep you from having to, like, farm lions the whole time. Because, to be honest, the lion is a basic hunt. And he gets a little bit boring. So, can you guys see how I did that? I just kept that. There we go. Nice and smooth. Trying to get rid of my brush strokes. It's looking good. She's very pink. There's the shoulder. That's going to have the nice little highlight up here. Because imagine the shoulder has like the ball, the joint on the top. There's a little bit of side boob highlight. I'm going to go up in value right here because there is a crevice I'm trying to hide. So I can hide it with my highlight right there. Giga Lion. You dry fit everything anyway because Kingdom Death minis are expensive. Yeah, that's just a smart way to do it. I agree. So for what of the core set has been your favorite to play? Other than, so the Gorm is not part of the core set. Gorm is an expansion. So far, my favorite of the core set, I think the Phoenix. I really like the Phoenix. No spoilers, but it's fun. It's not, I don't think the Phoenix is very hard, in my opinion. Okay, we're getting hands. Hands get brighter highlights because they're small. What does she have, a ring on? Hold on, let me look at this. I have to look at this with glasses off to be able to see that. Yep, she has a ring. Either that or a mold line. No, it looks like a mold line. Hold on. A very small mold line. Got it. I think the Giga Line's going to be super fun to play. I'm really anxious to play it. I told Mike, I'm like, I want to play. He's like, maybe this weekend we can do it. If I can track him down. Our normal game group, some of them are out of town sometimes, so it's a little bit difficult to get everybody together at once. Hannah Hanabi, Lucky 13, thank you for the sub. Guys, Hannah Hanabi is also a streamer. She is one of my gal pals. Hannah, are you going to be at Adepticon again? Hannah Hanabi. Yay, mad love. Does Mike play the game? Yes, he does. And so the game can be played solo, but it's not as much fun because it does have an AI deck. Yay! You made your hotel reservations? Okay, cool. Because you need to message me about hotels because I have an offer potentially, but you got to message me. I got good stuff. All right, I'm putting my visor back down. I'm gonna highlight that shoulder. Again, I went a little bit lighter. See how we're getting lighter and lighter. I'm doing lots of pink in the skin. Very ruddy. But all of those, even though you're not going to see it right away, all of that red is going to shine through the different layers. You're going to see that. I'm hoping to make her pretty pale by the end of this. Okay. Get that little thigh. Is that her thigh? Yeah. No, not her thigh, her calf. Her calf right there. Will do. You still recovering from massive hardware failure? No. Installing programs and stuff? Oh, that's cool. Yeah. All right, I'm going to jump up in value right here to get this highlight. See, we're going into the, what are we in? We're in the pale, the tan flesh right now. Thin, thin, thin. See how each layer is one on top of another, like shingles on a roof. I need more water on my palette because I need to thin things out. Glaze, glaze, glaze. Glazing is thin, thin amounts, but each layer is a little bit lighter than the next, or sorry, a little bit, I don't know what I'm saying. Each layer is thin, but they layer over each other to create more density later. See how that's smaller than the last layer? And if I go too high, remember, we can knock it back down. 2 steps up, 1 step down. Knock it back down and smooth things out. You need to sign up for a room Friday? Luminous, message me, because I don't know. Hannah's already got her reservations. Message me, Luminous. Tasty Tiny Worlds. Oh, Tay's Tiny Worlds. How are you? So Tay, can I tell people about your stream? I don't want to put you on the spot if you don't want me to. Tay's Tiny Worlds is one of my Facebook friends. There we go. We're doing ultra fair, like redhead type skin this time. I want to show you. So the first one I did, she's almost like a Native American. She's got a braid. But just actually I did more of a golden. She's almost like a Filipina, golden skin tone. And then here we have a warm brown, which I think this is the best one of all of them. And then we did fair, gladiator, and now we're going like very pink and ruddy skin tones. Go for it. Okay, so Tay's Tiny Worlds has just started streaming. She's a new streamer, and when she streams, she kind of does like little running stories of her D&D campaigns, which is really fun. What is Adepticon? Master Fungi Z. It is a convention in Chicagoland, like in Schaumburg, Illinois, in the US that focuses on all kinds of miniature games and the whole miniature hobby. Like there's painting, what is it we say? Painting workshops, there's painting competitions, there's lots of gaming, lots and lots of fun, lots of socializing. If you ever want to come to the United States for a specific kind of convention and you are a miniature gamer, that's the miniature game convention. Gencon is like all games, mostly board games and role-playing games. Depticon is all kinds of miniature gaming and gaming in the hobby. And then ReaperCon is all painting. It's all miniature painting. So that's, oh, I really like how we're building up those layers. She's looking very pink. You love the warm brown. That's my favorite too. I'm very happy with her. By the way, if you haven't, go check out my, is it my Instagram? No, my Facebook page. Shoshie, it's at Facebook, Facebook at Shoshie's Minis, /Shoshie's Minis. I did another that Naoti for Inlamunis for a commission, and she's got a very light brown complexion, which is a difficult one to paint. We had to work on her a little bit. She has yellow skin tones and blue shadows in order to get that look, that light brown. It's amazing how many colors skin actually has. It's never just one color. It's never just a triad. You always have like a zillion colors involved. I'm leaving all this, I think, well, we can kind of work on this back here a little bit. I missed it. I can get that darker tone a little bit. Someone asked me, they said something on my Facebook about how they were happy to see me paint a non-white skin tone, and they wondered why more people didn't do it. And I was like, well, look at how many non-white models there are, kind of, you know, that's why. It's just it's a thing, and it needs to not be a thing. We should just learn to get good at all kinds of different things, including sculpting, different ethnicities, different backgrounds. You want to go to all of them? I want to go to all of them too. What continent are you in, Master Fungi? All right, I'm going back to her face. We're going to go down a couple steps in value because we want to layer up slow. This one is in the middle there. I'm going to start with the nose because if that way, if I do it too light, then it's okay because the nose is going to have the highest highlight. Right now I'm going to brush on the cheeks because that's going to be the next highest highlight, right under the eye. And that gets all the way brought down to her chin. There we go. Perfect. And now we can go to the lightest two. I'm going to start under her eye. And kind of hit that T-zone. Now that part should be a lot more shadowed because we've got hair, we've got helmet, a lot of stuff blocking things, so. And I'm gonna get her chin too. With this anime style face, the face can get flat really easily, so you kind of have to hit those highlights nice, soft, but not too soft. So there we go. Remember, we're gonna make her a little redhead, so I need her nice and fair. Whoa, Gimmerman, thank you for the subscription. Twitch Prime for 5 months. Also, Grimmerman, sorry I messed that up. You guys are all eligible now. We're gonna have a giveaway. Whoop, I don't wanna get paint on her. We're gonna have a giveaway on Friday, this Friday on my channel for all our subscribers. We're gonna do the Redgrass Games wet palette. Grimmerman, there we go. Give some hype and some mad love. Yay, heart. Wish they would do different body types? Yes. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why I was attracted to Kingdom Death. I mean, look at that thick thigh. That's perfect. And then look at this girl. She's got some very wide hips. Look at her hips compared to her head. She's completely pear-shaped, and I love it. But it's difficult. I mean, sculptors get in a thing. They get in a, just like comic book artists, where they get where they're good at one type, and then they don't really try. Awesome, you're from Cali. So there's some conventions in Cali. I think, what is in California? Oh, I know there is one, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Tay's Tiny World says, I've had a really hard time finding POC models. Yeah, it is a thing. I wanna, so a place to look, okay, so I can't remember the name of this company. So my friend Dallas and Will Schick, they used to work for Privateer Press. They went off and made their own company, and I think it's the Marvel game. It's new. And what? Fantasy Flight is making it? What?
Is the publisher.
Fantasy Flight is the publisher. Fantasy. Did I spell that right? No, I did not. Fantasy Flight. I cannot spell today. Sorry, guys. Anyway, they are doing all these Marvel-based characters, and they have Shuri. They have all of the, like, not all of them, but a bunch of the Black Panther figures, and they look awesome. I can't remember how to pronounce her name, but the one that starts with an O. Somebody knows it. I know somebody knows it. Fantasy, thank you. Thank you, Ginsk. Is that how I say it? Ginsk? Flem says, how would you rate mattness between Scale, Pro Krill, Chimera? Ooh, that's a good question. So, okay, that's a good question. So, Scale, I'd say it goes like this. Mattness is, Pro Krill is the least matte. It's just the barest amount of, I think it's matte, but it's the least matte. Scale 75 is next, and Chimera is the most matte. Yay, Panty Cricks! Mad love. Nisk, there we go. Thank you so much. I love knowing how to pronounce people's names correctly. Mudabor says, Poots knows what kind of minis we need. Can't wait to get some of the male pinups. Yes, definitely. I am very hyped about that. We're going to get some, and then the whole market is going to change. I'm going to watch. It's going to make a big difference in things. Once we get some male diversity, then we can also start getting some ethnic diversity. All right, that is looking pretty. I like that. I like it a lot. All right, now I'm going to my pink. This is my final highlight. I'm going to mix a little bit with my tan flesh. I'm going to try to, ooh, plop, blop. I'm going to just throw paint on the model just like I did then. All right, I'm just kind of sketching a little bit, and then I'm going to thin out the crunchy edges. She is looking very redheaded now with this paleness. See that? Let's get this nose. And a little bitty chin. I don't know why I just slipped into a southern accent just then. I don't know why. I am not from the South. Mike's laughing at me over there.
No, I'm not laughing at you.
Oh, you're not? Okay, that's a surprise. All right, there we go. We're getting that. Should I do a little zoom real quick so you can see better? Let me do a little zoom on her face so you can see. And properties. Oops, the wrong one. All right, give me a second. I want you guys to see this up close because there's details in here. Zoom. Let me see if I can focus it right here. We'll just hold her closer and do a focus. See what I'm doing? See how I made the nose and the chin and the under the eyes a lot lighter? See how smooth it is on her face too? All right, we're gonna pull back a little bit. Focus it again. Ooh, sorry about that. Get it right there. Is that good enough? Atomic Mass Games. Thank you, Rob Jedi. That was it. It's Atomic Mass Games. Go to them and look to see if they have the Black Panther models. They have some other models. They made the Valkyrie. They gave her like a Maori skin tone, I believe. Please zoom. I love it. Please. Painting Cricks, thank you for giving that sub to Flam. Flam, now you're eligible for my giveaway, which is Friday. Is it out yet? I don't know if it's out yet, but they went to Gencon. They've been pimping it. Yes, mad love. Flam, you are eligible for my subscriber giveaway now. That's going to be on Friday. I never knew Flam had an N in it. NGHM. Is that right? Phlegm. Hello, model newbie. You haven't missed anything except for we're getting very, very pale skin and a redhead. She's going to be a redhead. And you can even see with her red hair, it's already looking very redhead-esque. Aw, that's so nice of you. By the way, I'm gonna give some points to Rob Jedi for giving me that Atomic Mass Games name, because that is very helpful and I appreciate that. Gift, Rob Jedi. Is it Rob Jedi underscore? There we go. 5. There you go. There's some stars for you. I don't know if you will need points for the giveaway, so we'll see. All right, I'm grabbing this lighter color again, this mid color between the tan flesh and the pink. Visor is down. And now we're getting smaller and smaller with our highlights. See how it's starting to glow? Her skin's starting to glow like it's like it's never seen any sun, because that's appropriate for Kingdom Death, but it's also appropriate for, no offense, Mike, gingers. I gotta take a second to tease my husband a little bit. He's not even listening.
Nope.
No, he just said nope. He's like, I'm not gonna give her nothing. There you go. All right. Let's do some fingers right here. not for sure if Atomic Mass Games is going to be at Warfare Weekend or not, but it makes sense. It seems like they would know to go if they, I don't know. Warfare Weekend is in St. Louis, and I think it's coming up in, it's usually in October, November. Or no, it's usually November, which is right around my birthday. All right. Now I'm going to take that pink. This is that pink, and I'm just going to hit those knuckles because that's going to be the lightest part. They're going to get another color in a little bit, but I want to make sure I get that light bit really pale. Really pale. I have to kill it down a little bit. It's almost deathly pale. We don't want to make her dead. Get some more of this pink right on the kneecap. So far I'm lucking out and this paint is not chalking up on me, and I think, to be honest, that's because it's the Pro Acryl, and Pro Acryl has a little bit longer of an open time. And open time means that it's the time between when you put it down on the model and when it dries. And so that's why satin paints are also so nice to blend, is because they have a long open time as well very often. Let's see how that looks on stream. Yes. Okay. Mind you, yeah, slow dry, awesome. So what you can do, model newbie, is get one of these pens. It's like a watercolor brush pen. You can go to my Shoshie recommends on my profile. Where is my, and I just got these Pentel watercolor brush pens, and it's 50-50 slow dry or drying retarder and 50-50 water, and then you just put that down on whatever you're painting, and then you'll be able to blend like a dream with it. I haven't needed it with this Pro Acryl though. You thought the approved term was soulless? Mike. Yes. I don't know. I'd try not to go there. I still am married to him, so he will eventually relieve me of my soul if he hasn't already. All right, nearly white girl here. All right. All right, now I need to go into her face because it's still very pink. And I'm gonna be very fast to work with this paint because even though it dries slow, it still dries. Pull that down onto her chin. Yeah, and that other part on the other side doesn't need as much because I'm gonna turn it this way so I can get right under her eye. And now I just blotted my brush because I want to thin this out. That's good. And then her nose. The little end of her nose needs to be nice and bright. Bada boom. And let's get this little bit of ear. She does have a little earring, I just noticed. Her neck. And the chin. All right, that's about where I want to stop and let things dry, because we're gonna try to add some freckles. Now, what do I want to use for freckles? I want to use probably, let's try some Reichland Flesh Shade. No, wait, yep. We're going to try to use some Reichland Flesh Shade for freckles. These are going to be really tiny little dots. And I might mess this up. Hey, Darth. What'd I miss? Darth Soma, thank you for the follow. Miniature looks very similar to Ether Fields. Yeah, a little bit. I just noticed that. All right, so with my Reichland Flesh Shade, I'm gonna just, I need a small brush for this, because I don't wanna, let's see if I got a tiny little, this is a 0. It's very small. It's one of my Kalinsky's from Spellcrow. Spellcrow is one of the sponsors of this channel. All right, here we go. Little tiny, I'm gonna start on a spot that doesn't matter so much, like the shoulder. And then once I kind of get my groove, this might not work. Once I get my groove, I'm gonna add. All right, so that's very, very pale. They dry slightly darker, so don't go overboard. Yeah, you can barely see. You can't really see those. So let me try some of my, what could I use? An ink, maybe. Let's try the transparent brown, if I can find it. Or maybe some Seraphim Sepia? Seraphim. The trouble with these, they're not very pigmented, but they're meant to not be pigmented. So I'm going to try Seraphim Sepia. And then if that doesn't work, we're going to go in with some brown. All right, that's better. Yeah, kind of like that. You can't see it really. I need it darker. It needs to be a little bit darker. We need the transparents from, hold on, let me find it because I've got it up here. Transparent brown, there it is. We're gonna thin it out though. Hey Joanne, good morning. How are you? Okay, so this is very pigmented. We don't want it to be that pigmented. We're gonna end up with brown dots all over her, and that's not what I want. So I'm gonna mix it with just a little bit of those glazes that I just had. Let's try here. Okay, that's probably good. The yellow tone and the sepia, so it wasn't even dark enough to show up or make a difference. So we added the brown. So now we're gonna try again here. This might be too dark, and then we'll do a glaze over it to chill it out if it is too dark. And that actually, ooh, these are really big. What's good about the glaze on the top is it will make it look subdermal, because some freckles do look subdermal. All right, I like these freckles. These are cute. Some are really big. Let's give her a little freckle on her knee. Do redheads get freckles on their knees, Mike? He's not listening to me. He's ignoring me. Does anybody know any redheads that want to chime in with knee freckles? Those are really cute, actually. Oh my gosh, I didn't think she would be this cute. with her little knee freckles. We're gonna put a glaze of that on top because, all right, now I forgot to lighten this shoulder. It's harder with the smaller brush, but there we go. Definitely freckles. Having the lighter and dark freckles, I agree. I like the idea of the afterglaze. I think it will. Yeah, redheads get freckles everywhere. I have a little bit of Irish in my history, in my ancestry, and I have just a little bit. They only across my nose is where I freckle. We'll get some freckles going on this arm once I get it all nice and highlighted. Okay, we'll do a little bit of freckles on the back of the hand, because I know they get, like you said, everywhere, hand freckles. I just took off a little bit of, ooh, that's gonna be a big one. You gotta think about the scale. Stuff's gonna be small, like itty bitty, so there can be a few big ones every now and then, because sometimes freckles will grow together and become one big freck. Is that a word? Okay. I don't want to make her look like she has the measles, so we got to do that glaze I was talking about. We're going to use a little bit of that. We're going to glaze with a little bit of this middle tone here, just a little bit. And just thin, thin, thin. It should be mostly water. Only the darkest. Ooh, I like that. The darker freckles still show through, and everything kind of just goes in to like make the skin tone. Let's get her face, because I got really dark freckles on her face. That I need to use a little bit lighter. Keep things light up here. Now, go ahead and put a few back. Tiny bits. Okay, now, I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to zoom it again so you can see. The next time you paint a shirtless man, call his nipples chest freckles so you don't have, that's a great idea. We should definitely do that, because I don't want to have to deal with this whole Twitch thing. All right, I'm going to zoom. I'm going to zoom so you can see her freckles, because you can't right now. Okay. We're going to hold it real close, and I'm going to hopefully figure out the focus on this so you can see your freckles pretty well. We did the glazes. It's a little bit concentrated on her face, but we're going to do so many details on her face, it'll be okay. What do you think? Thumbs up? All right, we're going to take it back down just a skosh. There we go. You had freckles, but you scrubbed them off with steel wool as a kid? What? Nuh-uh. Can you do that, Joanne? That is not, you can't do that. Can you? You wish. Or Chris, hello. We're painting redheads and redhead skin with redhead freckles. I love how Orcris chimes in. I wish you could scrub off freckles. You got better and then your hair became blonde. That poor model. No, she's from Kingdom Death. There's no sun. She's in the perfect environment. Get Mike to try the steel wool trick. No, Mike. What? People are saying that you can scrub off freckles with steel wool. Is that true?
That's not appropriate.
He said. He said that's not appropriate.
That's like close to dog whistle.
No, is it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Mike says it's racist. I didn't know that.
I know it's on that line.
Is it? I'm sorry.
You wouldn't say that to somebody who was like black or something like that.
No, you're right. It's gingist. Sorry, Mike. He put his headphones back on. Next time, yeah. Lamuna says he got better. 60% Irish per DNA testing. Doesn't look it at all. I have 27% Irish, and I got the translucency, but not the freckles. So actually, you can see a little bit of freckles on my arm. Not too bad. There's some. See freckles. It's not racist. He's just worried about his soul. All right, I'm gonna stop because we have other friendly redheads in the channel. I don't want to offend. All right, now, so we're gonna give her a dark. I want a black or something under her eye. Black. So for her eye, I'm gonna use coal black. Aw, Rainer, thank you so much for the subscription. Rainer, we're gonna do a giveaway on Friday for you probably already have a wet palette, but we're giving away a subscriber giveaway for the wet palette right before your stream, so stay tuned for that. Rainer, there you go. Thank you. Guys, if you haven't followed Rainer yet, he's one of my Triptych brothers. Awesome streamer. Lurk on friend. Okay, you're gonna lurk. That's cool. 26 months is awesome. All right, I'm gonna put some black on the palette for the eye. Oh, I just about dropped my brush. There we go. There you go. There's a shadow. Nice. And because she's got an eye down in here. Gonna get that first. Ooh. Gonna have to fix that up because that got probably a little big. I'm gonna flip her upside down. Let me see something. I'm feeling like difficulty seeing things. There we go. All right, can you guys still see? I'm not in the way. She's got kind of a wide eye socket. All right, that's gonna need cleanup. So let's clean that up first. We're gonna clean up with the skin color around the edge because it's not a perfect look here. That's why you're gonna use the lightest color underneath the eye to give it some definition. Okay, that kind of worked. The other one is way too big though. get the shadow color because her eye is all shadowed back down in there. Okay, that helped a ton. All right. Getting the rest is going to be really tricky because let me find my pale skin for the white of her eye. I don't want to use, no, I lied. I'm going to use olive flesh for the white of her eye. You don't want to use white for eyes because they end up looking googly-eyed or surprised or like scared. You always want to use an off color. Saruch, how do I say your name? Saruichban? Is that right? Or Saruchiban? I know Luminous is going to correct me, but thank you so much for subscribing. You are also now eligible. Upsa. Ru. Chiban. I think I said that right. Saru Ichiban. Thank you. Oh, I like that. Saru Ichiban. Thank you. I appreciate when you guys give me pronunciations because I have an unusual name myself, Shoshana, and people always get it wrong. They even get Shoshie wrong. They say Shoshie or Sosh. And it's like, nope, it's Shosh. All right, I got to put my, wait, I got to fix this. All right, I'm going to try to get the whites. This is so difficult because the black I made is so small. I'll tell you what, I'm going to make that black bigger. Then I'm going to make the white about the right size of that black piece. All right, that's humongous. That's okay. Try to make this one bigger too. She is sort of anime-esque. Ah! I messed up. She looks like she's crying black tears now. There, fixed it. You lurk every now and then, and you got your Gencon white boxes too. Awesome. Did you go to Gencon, or did you get a ninja to get stuff for you? I got to meet a ton of the people from the By Lantern's Light group at Gencon this year, and we're gonna actually next year do a whole like meet and greet at a private venue next year because we had over 32 people show up. All right, this is gonna be really tricky. Hold your breath. Almost got it. Booyah. And she's got some nice black eyeliner now, which we can fix up a little bit. Let's try to get the other eye. Wasn't lucky enough to go. Had a friend who was there. Awesome. Model Newbie says, Scotiana. +5 for the Difficult Names Club. Card carrying member since 1981. Yeah. Model Newbie, I hear you. So it makes me really sensitive to other people's names. I really try to make sure I pronounce them right. Alex says, I might go to Gen Con next year. So Alex, the trick is try to get in on try to get the hotel lottery to get an early place and make sure that you sign up right away for housing. If you get a good spot in the housing lottery, you could end up with an attached hotel, and that will. I just got white on the side of her hair, but we'll fix that in a minute. If you get an attached hotel, it can make a big difference on your enjoyment of the con. Okay, there we go. We got both of her eyes. I'm going to go back in and fix her hair. I got a little bit of white over here, and a little bit of black actually too. All right, so she's looking, I'm guessing she's looking down. I've never painted a model looking down before. I'm going to get that pink for the highlight to clean up her eye makeup. There we go, perfect. Go back in and highlight her nose and a little bit on her upper brow. Good. Her freckles have gone away, so we need to come back with those. I'm going to finish painting her eyes though. We've ended up painting on top of her eyes. Okay, so she's looking down. I'm just going to use Little Black for her pupils. And I'm going to put both of their eyes kind of off to the side. It's a lot easier to paint when you're painting, like when you put the eyes just to one side or the other. It just looks so much better. They don't look like little cats most of the time. All right, that looks good. I'm going to fix her makeup up right over on this side a little bit. I need to use a darker color. So she doesn't look like she is crying mascara. All right, I'm going back to my freckle color, my brown. I'm going to practice a couple little small freckles. And I'm going to try back on her cheek here. These things work so much better. Oh, I just made a blob. So much better on larger models. Okay. Let's go with the brown, and we're going to paint her lips with the brown, and then I will give it a bottom lip highlight. She doesn't have a top lip really. There we go. All right, now we're ready to layer up for the reds. Cute, cute, cute. Can you, should I zoom again? Let me know if you think I should zoom again so you can see your eyes. That's actually pretty good. You can kind of see pretty well. Get it right about there. You can see. I'm going to attempt her eye highlight. I'm going to use this color again. This is the white of her eye. I'm just going to make a little tiny dot. Oh, that was way too big. I have to go back with the black and fix it. Try to draw that smaller. All right, I don't know how I did that. I'm not going to try for one on the other side because that's so far in shadow. I don't think it needs it. And then I'm going to give her a little, aw. Darth Molinex, thank you for subscribing. 3 months from a stream. Stream baby. Oh, 3 months from a stream baby. Ha ha ha. 6 months. That is amazing. So, X Darth Molinex. And Darth Molinex, this again makes you eligible for the giveaway that's on Friday. So if you show up and want to win a wet palette, that is the day to do it. There you go. Is that right? Darth Molinex. Yes. Mad love. Hype, hype. All right. We're gonna do some oranges. We've got pumpkin skin pumpkin orange from Reaper, and I also have orange leather. So that'll be this is plugged all the way. I have a pin somewhere. Where is it? It's never where I want it to be. I'll do this. You will set up your lesson. Good. Greater than a wet palette. Aw, You got your wet palette and you have a date with your beautiful wife. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's totally better than a wet palette. Good, good. Try another pin. I'm gonna try this one. It's a little bit smaller. Whoa, boing. Take some of these brass rods and see if that works. There we go. I'm just gonna add the 3 colors here. I need a blonde color too, because actually we're gonna give her some blonde highlights maybe. I lost my cap. There we go. Really enjoy the burnt orange from Pro Krill. Oh yeah, where's that? Let me try the burnt orange because that is a pretty color. I told them to make that golden brown. Let me look here. Burnt orange. Yes, that's gonna be it. Our first color, and then we yeah, that'll work. So these 3 will be very pretty with each other. So this one is the more, this is very sienna. There we go. Oh, that's such a pretty color. Look at that. So now I'm looking at that. Might be a highlight. Let's put all these 3 down and see what happens here. This is the orange leather, which is not coming out. There. Okay. Oh, I already put that out. We need to put this one out. Burnt orange is so schmexy. There we go. Okay, I think this will make a great undercolor. This is the burnt orange from Pro Krill. It's very, very orangey. And I'm gonna just basically highlight and leaving the red on the bottom there. I like that already. That is pretty. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty with red hair. You know, so we give redheads a hard time, but the truth is we're just jealous. We're jealous. I'm jealous. I wouldn't mind having natural red hair. And I certainly married a man with natural red hair because I like it. Now we got some redhead love. Oh my gosh, so pretty. We have to give her some green colors. That's cute. I'm gonna paint her eyebrows in real quick with this particular color. Very faint. Perfect. Okay. We left the red, the dark red as our deeper shadow. It's almost a purple. So you can also use like a burgundy purple as your shadow for red hair. Kind of depends on whether you want to go up to strawberry blonde or not. Darth Molinik says, oh, you have to send me a link to your magnifying glasses. Oh yeah. These are the ones I settled on. Can you see these? They make me look like Cyclops. They have actual glass. I think they have actual, well, no, they don't. They have metal, or sorry, plastic. These glass? No, they're not glass. All right, I'm gonna mix a little bit of this bright orange right here with a little bit of this ivory to get a kind of a strawberry highlight, we're just going to hit the apex of that hair fold or hair highlight right there. And again, we can go 2 steps up and then knock it back down if we need to. We can even go up to ivory and then knock it back down if we need to. Treat hair like non-metallic metal. All right, let that dry a little bit. Oh, I lost my paper towel. Plastic is actually better because the manufacturer makes perfect lenses and they weigh less. True. Hey, Cutthroat here. Check it out. We're doing redhead and red or freckled skin. It's hard to see. We're gonna try to pull it up, but we got a little bit of it in there. Let's see. All right. I got my crazy lenses on. So they've been helping me a lot. They're just a little awkward. I wish I had better vision. Okay, just hitting those highlights. We might need a little yellow, but that's okay. We're gonna stick with this for a minute and see how that works. Yeah, I like that. Ooh, I like that a lot. Let me go back to the orange. And hit those ivories. Yeah. By making that orange, making that red our base tone, when we finally put that orange on there, we've got all that depth, right? That looks good. How are you, Cutthroat? Are you painting? Are you lurking and working? There we go. All right, I think we got it. I think it's almost a little bit, well, we got one more thing over here. All right, that feels really nice. Nice red hair for our bard. And we'll kind of go with the rest of those colors. So the next step is going to be our crazy silver armor, which I'm not looking forward to. You ordered your another pair? Stretch? It is stretch time, isn't it? It's time to stretch and hydrate. Please take a moment to drink something. We, your adoring fans, are concerned about dehydration. That's funny. My hair gets all crazy when I take that band off. All right, face. Look at, see, crazy hair. Crazy hair, and I'm not wearing any makeup, which means I don't have any eyebrows today because I got my dad's eyebrows. He did not have any. So, all right, everybody get up and stretch. That was how crazy today was, is that I did not have time to put makeup on or nothing. So you get to see my little bitty face in the corner. Did everybody get up? Let's look at her. She's looking cute as heck. Very redhead. So we got our blonde, our redhead, our blue-haired girl. Oh, they look so cool together, don't they? I really need to work on that base. It's not done. And then this girl, this is our cleric. She looks a little bit pensive, which you should be pensive if you're a cleric and you're standing around a bunch of dead things, because who knows if any of that's gonna animate. All right. I'm thinking we'll still go with the blues and the grays and everything, and like from the regular traditional Bard. Let me take a peek. Yeah, blues and teals. I think teals will look really pretty with her. And I kind of like how this helmet is lit from below. Kind of like that. All right, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put some tanned flesh on the shadows. I want to paint some of the fur on her outfit. And I also am going to use some burgundy wine as my shadow color. So I think I'll start with that. I'm going to layer up. So I'm going to go burgundy wine, tan shadow. What is this? The ivory, the olive, what's it called? Olive flesh. And then I will go with white for the last bit, but I haven't started that yet. Okay, so I'm going to start with I gotta put my visor back on. Lit from a blow. What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? From below, from below. Cleric looks constipated. Let's look at her. Does she? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. That's so funny. This thing is so fragile right here, this little club she's got, or mace. I guess it's a mace. She's a cleric. All right. I am going to see the problem with this little bitty brush. It doesn't hold any water. So when you're doing details, this is fine, but when you're doing any kind of basing or base painting or anything, you want to get a regular brush, because the hairs in the brush are going to hold water, and they're going to keep it from drying out on your brush, especially if you live in Australia, right? Okay, so we're going to start with this burgundy wine. The visor is down. And I'm going to just paint all of the fur right there on her. There we go. So, has anybody here been watching Handmaid's Tale? That's the show that I've been watching all season, and the season finale finally came back. And oh my goodness, there's a big cliffhanger. That's all I'm going to say. But the whole thing has been a really good, intense show. There we go. Just painting all of that, because it's going to get layered up to lighter color in a minute. But those reds are going to combine with the red in the hair to look nice. And then again, she's got fur all the way around her there. I guess that's fur as well. It looks like it might not be, but it is. If I get any on the other part of her outfit, it'll be okay, because I'm going to paint that probably next. All of that is fur as well. No armor. Can you tell that I'm trying to avoid painting the armor, because I know it's gonna give me fits. Let's get all of that. I want to cover all of that as being fur, because I don't want to have to paint anything else there. Good, good, good. What level of magnification? That's a good question. Hey, geeky girl, you're not late. Well, you're just not here at the beginning, but you're not late. Had to go look for a new washing machine. Oh no. Luna says, only thing I've watched recently is The Boys. Okay, so we started watching The Boys. I think we're in episode 3. And so far, it's just now finally starting to get good. So let me check my visor, see what magnification it is. Does it even say? Hang on. I don't think it says. No, it doesn't say. There's two different things here, though. There's these, I think, remove these things. No, that doesn't remove. I guess it does. Maybe it doesn't. So there's this piece, and then there's this piece, and I think I can pop out one of these. You can see there's paint and schmutz all over this one. But anyway, I wear that with my glasses, and it's just perfect. You're at episode 7. Love The Handmaid's Tales, but it makes you want to smash the TV. Yes. Nice. Oh, nice big photo of Elizabeth Moss over your fireplace. That's so cool. Wow. I think if it didn't make you want to smash the TV, there may be something that a little off about you. Stranger Things, you found the news. So I watched the 3rd season of, is it the 3rd season of Stranger Things? And I was not happy about it. I did not enjoy the ending or the middle, really. It didn't feel as good as the past. All right, I'm looking at that. That's just, there's a little bit of fur in there. There's a bunch of fur up here. I gotta finish this fur. So I did start, somebody in the channel told me I should watch Lucifer. So I have started that, and it's cute. I think I'm on season 2 right now. I mean, it feels kind of light. Like I'm not heavily invested in it, but I think that'll change. I think maybe it'll get better, you know, as we go, because it's got a lot of seasons. Something I saw, I think there's a preview of a movie that just came out of Downton Abbey. They're going to do a movie with Downton Abbey, and I'm actually kind of thinking of looking that up and seeing how that goes, because that looked like a good one. And apparently the fans are very fanatical about it. Right, there's a little bit of fur up here. I'm going to get that in there. I'm a big TV fan because that's what I do when I'm painting. I need to have something else to kind of pay attention to, or I will get really what do you call it? Like I'll pick at my own stuff so much that I won't end up enjoying my painting. But if I'm listening to something else, paying attention to something else, it shuts off the critical part of my brain. And that's another reason why streaming helps me, because I can kind of jabber at you guys and paint and kind of not, I don't have time to criticize my work. I know Bullos was talking about, he's got a bunch of guys from England that he sits and hang out with, and I have done that in the past as well. I love to hang out in Discords and chit chat with people. I think what I'm going to start doing, Flickster does this one day a week. He'll sit in his Discord and just be available to chat with his subs. Ooh, I just got paint on her leg. Doop, doop, doop. There we go. Anyway, I've been thinking about setting up a day, not every day obviously, but setting up one day a week where you guys can find me in voice chat on our server. And you can ask me questions, and you can hang out, and we can just paint together, get instant feedback on stuff. I think that would be really fun. You need a schmutz counter. Yes. I think we could set that up, right? I think we could set that up. I forgot the fur on the ends of her feet here, right here. Schmutz counter. I want to say that Diomedes Industries started a schmutz counter, but I don't remember. There we go. Okay, got all the furs. Boots on the fur. Okay. Just looking, making sure I got all the things. All right, now we can paint with the brown tanned flesh. That's what this is. This is gonna be the next layer of our fur, and we're gonna be very conscious to just do highlights of the fur. Leave the shadows. Don't try to cover like a base coat. See what I mean? Here we go. I'm going to look at chat in a minute here. I want to make sure to leave my shadows burgundy. It's almost covering up everything, but not the darkest bits. So we do have some shadows left. You can kind of do a quick overbrushing to hit the lightest parts of this fur. There we go. Why won't it let you resub with your Prime subscription? Either your other Prime subscription has not run out yet. I think that might be why. Otherwise, hi, the game father foe. How are you? Yeah, try. You have to wait for the current month to end. Yeah. Yuli, yes, this is the bard. Here she is. We decided to make her a redhead. And we even gave her very pale skin and freckles and red hair and everything. So she's turning out really neat. Now Louis says, Amazon lied to me. Slow dry, not arriving. No. Ah. Joanne says, Liquitex palette spray is good for painting in Australian conditions. That is good to know. Joanne, I'm going to give you 5 points for telling me about that because I have lots of Aussie mates and I want to let them know about the palette spray. That's a good thing. Mr. Rob, thank you for the follow. How are you? Welcome to class. Exclamation point gift. Joanne. Joanne 1760. Oops. There we go. Got you some 5 stars there. Gamefather, I don't know if your foe stands for anything, but I had a friend named Edifo that followed here. Geeky Girl says, I don't have anything linked to it. It says resubscribe, but the Amazon link is grayed out. Do you have your Twitch still attached to Amazon Prime? That's the only thing I can think of is that. Woohoo! Did you try to gift yourself 5, Lamunis? Do you want me to give you 5 points, Lamunis? Here, I'm going to give you 5. I'm going to give you some points anyway because I know you give your points away a lot. There you go. Now you have 5 points. Your 1-year badge is gone? What is going on? That's so weird, Geeky. Huh. Yeah, maybe. So, your Twitch Prime is still there. So your Twitch Prime is attached. I don't know. So, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but one of our followers, Trillion, was hacked recently. Somebody took her account and went through and like subbed like $400 worth of subs to other people. So I don't know if stuff's going on behind the scenes with Twitch or what, but that's weird. Okay, now it's saying, oh wait, 17, you got the number right, 1760, not 69. There you go. Lamunas. Got to get the number right. All right, we're continuing with the fur again. We're going to make sure that my palette, so my palette has been absorbing water into the paints and glazing them all out. So the longer things are laying on the palette, the thinner my paints are getting, which is both good and bad. It means that I need to watch in the consistency of my paints a little bit, because if they get too thin, they're not going to have the effect I want. There we go. Turn them brown. We're just imagining that this is like white lion fur. Maybe reach out to Amazon support, Twitch too, but they take forever. That's a good point. Yeah, and I don't necessarily know that Amazon would be able to help. Both of them. Is that where you got 1760? Joanne, is that from a guy you used to see? I was wondering if it was maybe like the founding of Australia or something. 1760. That tells you how much I know about history. I think Australia was founded after the United States, right? So maybe 1760 is correct. Geeky Girl Games, you got it to work. And Steph-tacularly. That is an awesome name. Both of you guys, thank you for this. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Looks like you got your badge back too. Geeky Girl Games. Steph, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. Now you're eligible for my sub giveaway on Friday. Steph-tacularly. And then Geeky Girl Games. Am I going to be? Yep, good. There we go. We got lots of subs. Thank you guys so much. Monica Sound Girl, how are you? Thank you so much for popping by. Mr. Ralph says, I really like that model. So far, an amazing paint job. We're just beginning. Just wait. We got a whole hour left. There was no way I was going to lose my streak. 1760 is part of my driver's license number. I have no imagination. Hey, it helps you remember it though, right? That's a good idea. Okay, we're just getting all the little fur bits. Leaving the maroon in the shadows. See how I can do my overbrushing like this, so I leave that burgundy in the crevices, but I still am able to highlight. See that? Okay. Same thing over here. Oh, accidentally painted the lion. All right, I think I got everything. I did. All right, now the last highlight is this olive color. Although last time I used this, I'll stick with the olive. Let's see what happens. And this is going to be kind of trying to keep this smooth. We need to leave a little bit more of that brown, right? So this is even more highlighted. Shingles on a roof, right? I'm overbrushing again. So that way it feels like fur. Each highlight is a little bit smaller. See that? I got that area just about perfect. This area is not so perfect. So I might go back in with my brown a little bit, smooth things out just a skosh. On the top of this. I'm happy with how it's coming out. All right, and this, I don't know why the fur is going up, but it is, so I'm going to flip her upside down real quick. And see that? That came out perfect, how I overbrushed that. You can still see the brown, but we got the light part. I missed this part down here. But with the light part perfectly highlighted the brown. See? That is awesome right there. That looks like fur. It looks fluffy. Wait till we get the white in there. It's going to look really pretty. See, I'm just going to touch and swipe. There we go. That's looking good. Same thing on this side. And then down here. It's getting lighter. Mostly where the light is hitting now is where I'm getting that ivory. Give me 1 second, I'll check chat. Especially on the top there. I'm okay, and you? Where's your pinky hair? Oh, Monica, where I know you from? I know you. So if you know have my pinky hair, I haven't colored my hair pink since when was it? It's been a while since Adepticon. I think I stopped because it's getting expensive, and I think for the fall I'm gonna go. All right, I want to stop. That's good. We're gonna do a little bit more over here. Yeah, so I'm going to go back to my natural color. We're going to go like a dark chocolate, I think. When I still have blonde highlights back here. I don't know if you can see that. Blonde. Just starting to look funny pink with just my ends because every time I get my hair cut. All right, we got that. Now we got the white. The white is the last bit. This is going to look ultra white. But we're just going to put a smidge of that on there. This is Schmanky White. From Schmanky. I'm the Portuguese girl from the group. Awesome. La Pintura en Rose. Oh, okay. Very cool. Awesome. I love La Pintura en Rose. I cannot pronounce French, though. Pt4? Is that how I say it? I remember now. All right, we're ready for the white, and only on the tops of the very highlighted bits. These are, and you're gonna treat this like non-metallic metal, so just the apex of each and the ends of it too. So like the ends of the, we'll do the ends first, and we'll do the bump, the highlighted bit next. Isn't it? It's late for you, isn't it? If you're in Portugal, it's very late. It's very early in the morning, actually. There we go. That is going to be pretty. All right, so back here, we're going to flip this upside down. And again, I'm going to just do the ends of the hair. And I'm doing small lines as well inside there to give it a little bit more fur-like definition. These little bits get to be bright white. See, that makes a big difference. Let's flip it upside down so you can see. See how nice that looks? We can even go a little bit lighter with our ivory here. It desaturates too much. Let's hit this white. I need more water on my palette because this is fresh paint, so it's not all it's not all glazed out yet with the palette. All right, now I'm going to think about where the light is hitting. Well, we can think about it. It doesn't really have a direction, and I'm going to try to make one side. Talagar 777, thank you so much. Usually paint at 4 to 5 a.m. That makes sense. Your kid's on holidays. Perfect. Talagar, thank you. Let's give some hype to Talagar for me. Diomedes, I missed you. We did. Are you going to be at ReaperCon by chance? It's in Texas. It's going to be at the end of the month. I like to make my 7s like this. Hype. I know. We were just talking about you, Diomedes. I can't remember what we were talking. Oh, we were talking about schmutz. You missed. We had some schmutz on here. We need a schmutz counter. And I said Diomedes Industries is my schmutz counter. He always keeps track. So now we're painting white fur on our bard. And so this, if you think about this, you can do hair the same way we did this fur, and it will look nice and, you know, separated. With the different tones. You need about 3 tones on hair, just like you do on the fur. That looks good. I feel like it needs more white up here. We didn't do the ivory up here, did we? We did, but it got really faded quickly. Might need another pass. Some colors will dry darker, and I think this olive one is one of those. We'll add some white to it. Diomedes says, what is the schmutz count? I count the schmutz and the kvetching. Yes. You think you're too tall, and I'm not too tall, and we walk right by each other. So I was at the Friday and Saturday all day. I was at the Judgment booth. So if you did not go to Judgment Alley or Judgment Entrepreneur Alley in the dealer hall, or maybe you walked right by me while I was demoing. But yeah, I was there the whole time. And I tried to make it easy to find me. I even put it on Twitter and everything. I thought I listed it out. Maybe I didn't hype it enough. Well, we will catch each other. Okay, just getting those last highlights back. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Okay. Got the whole top half of her done. Good. Geeky Girl Games. She is here. Geeky Girl, were you at Gencon? I feel like you were. Did I miss you too? I missed a bunch of people. I wasn't teaching this year, so I wasn't at the hobby hangout area much. But that ended up being actually a super, super good thing. I ended up being way less stressed. I had a lot of fun in the dealer hall. And I'm definitely going to do that again if I get a chance. Okay. Get this side, and then I think we just have one more side to paint with this fur, and then it is done. Nope, that is done. Good, good, good. All right, all the fur is done. I feel like I'm literally gonna leave that armor for last because I don't want to paint it. Let me look at the bard again. We're gonna figure out what colors she's wearing. It isn't your fault. You were pulled into Dungeon Master for Cobalt Press, and it was pretty busy. Think you need to get more. What is your computer getting slow, Lamunis? All right, she's got an off-white top with gold ribbon on it, and then she's got this beautiful teal blue cloak, which we're gonna do that. Let's do the top first. I think we're gonna mix a little bit of black with this color over here and get this kind of muddy down gray color first. And I'm gonna do the shadows underneath her chest there. All those first. See, paint the shadows. And then we can get this whole spot over here the same color because that's gonna not be as, there we go. All right, that's gonna have some light. Now we can go back into this. This is the off-white color we had for the, yeah, that looks really good right there. So we did off-white for the highlights here on our top. And I'm leaving that whole shadowed area the way it is. Then I can go in with maybe a little bit of this pink. What happens if I mix, I'm going to mix this pink with this olive and see what happens. Yep, I like that. It reads as white, but it's pretty vivid, so it's got more intensity, and I like it. It's not white. I like that. Put a little bit more pink. This is just to show you guys you don't need to use white to bring up your values. You can use like yellows and pinks and all kinds of other colors. That looks awesome. It's actually reading as a tan. Let me see what it looks like on the screen. Yeah, let's look at that. See that? It looks like I need to blend a little bit better for my transitions though. I'm going to use, let's do that. We're going to blend a mid-tone right there. And bring it a little bit lighter. I'm just going to add a smidge of white to my pink. There we go. Good, 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 good. Let's see. I need to get more RAM. Diomedes says, man, I know I saw you at the Kingdom Death stuff. So I saw that, but holy crap, I thought about when I saw it. Was any of their stuff? No. None of their stuff okay, so my stuff in the competition area, the Gencon competitions, some of that stuff was mine. But the stuff that was in the Kingdom Death booth was not. I'm sad I didn't see you at Gen Con. I tried looking for you between meetings, but I couldn't find you. Lamuna says not per se, but 3D sculpting uses a lot of memory. That is true. Oh, I didn't know you were 3D sculpting. Chaos Mermaid 92, thank you for the follow. We're working on this lovely red-headed freckled bard. She is leaning back. She's got some kind of chair of hands and things holding her up and also trying to steal her sword. I love that one. I stuck an extra hand right there because I didn't know where else to put it, but I figured that's okay. That makes me think I need to paint those hands. Let me make those kind of grayish colored. We can work on them. We can paint them all the same color. That's interesting. I like those hands. They're creepy, aren't they? Diomedes says, man, I know I saw it. Holy crap, I thought about you. Bataphobe says, was KDM selling anything? Oh, yes. They sold a whole bunch of stuff. They always sell something at Gen Con. That's like their only convention they go to. And it's really hard for them to go to, but they still do, and it's so awesome. They basically stop production on everything they're doing to do that. All right, this is my second layer. I just noticed the hands have some little veins and some of them have some little bitty, like a wound. I don't know what this is, but it's interesting. Okay, so we're going to get up here with this yellow, and that's going to change the tone. I need some yellow on my palette now. We're going to go with, where is my yellow? Here. Teneri yellow. It's a pastel yellow. It's going to tame down. Oh, you thought about me when I saw it. Yeah, I was there. I love me some Kingdom Death. I definitely was, I got a dealer hall badge this year. Oh, I like that. Yes. I got a dealer hall badge this year, which enabled me to be like one of the first or second in line. And that was awesome. Because in the past, I've had to stand in line for a very long time for Kingdom Death. And that's not fun. All right, I'm going to get some of that gray again down here. Boop, 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 boop. I'm just assuming some of that lantern light is on top of that, whatever these squiggly coils is. Kind of looks like guts, but I don't know what it is. Oh, she's standing on a rock. There's some kind of, oh, it's some kind of plant thing, spore, squiggle, spermy thing. I don't know. Can you guys see that? Shoshie means can I say, as a professor and a teacher for over 15 years, that I think your teaching banter and pacing has gotten so smooth and so soothing. Aw, thank you. I guess I would love for you to explain to me what you mean by that, because I know that teaching is an art and it is a skill in itself, but like, I would love a critique, you know what I mean? Like, somebody could tell me, it's like anything. You only get better when you know what you're doing right and what you could be improving on and things like that. So if you want to message me on that or anything, I would love to hear little details if you ever feel like it. I just noticed that's a face down there, so I need to adjust my colors to be a stone face. We'll adjust colors. What I need to do, Diomedes, is I need to teach a workshop in your area. And then you'll see the true test, because I'll be in front of you. And you get to see my classroom skills, which are completely different from my Twitch skills. And I do have classroom skills because I have taught in the classroom. I know how to clap my hands and go, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. It's a little bit difficult with adults, but you know what I'm saying? As you paint, you're getting really good about telling what you're doing and then showing it, switching back and forth smoothly. I don't think you needed my advice. I think you have the gift. Ah, that's awesome. Well, I certainly enjoy it. And I definitely have a passion for teaching. All right, I just painted that little stone face. I tried to do it, and we need to get one over here too, same colors. We're just gonna try to get that gray in there, and then we'll add the yellow. I'm gonna wet blend that yellow in there right there now. It's probably too much. It's okay. Ooh, we can get some yellow on here too. And just like any face, I focus on the cheekbones. Look at me right now. Look at me. Cheekbones, nose, brow, eyelids. That's where all their highlights are gonna get put to make it look like a face. It's funny because if you highlight a face wrong, the brain does not recognize it, and it will look weird. But if you highlight it right, the brain will recognize it whether or not you want it to be recognized that way. I've been meaning to ask, how's your lovely daughter? She is not in school. She is working at Jimmy John's, but I'm glad she has a job now. And she's doing much, much, much better. And I'm just really glad that she's doing good. Mike recently just adopted her, which is fantastic and exciting. So that's new. So yay, adoptive dad. What else is going on with Sophia? She's thinking about going back to school and maybe taking a class. That would be good. Notice that I'm just brushing in there for my lights. I want to establish my glow, and then I can go in here with this white a little bit and hit that white at the bottom of my lantern, just a smidge. Love those adopted dads. Yep. Wow, that's awesome. I'm glad you're happy with where she's at. Yeah, she came to Gencon. She paid for her own way. You know, she's had some hard things go on, but she's really matured very quickly in the last year. And a lot of it is because we've stood back. We've been her net, but not, we've really let her be independent and be an adult and really allowed her to just do that. And that's really hard sometimes for parents. Oh, you're an adoptive dad too. That's awesome, Jacob. If she's good with her hands, you should promote her going to, and exactly, Darth Molinex, I completely agree, and I have been. She is good with her hands. She wants to be an artist. Ah, Darth Molinex says adopted dads, yay. So she wants to be an artist. I also encouraged her to try like beauty school or something where she could, you know, do a trade. I said, you need some kind of skills. And, you know, she doesn't disagree. She just doesn't know what she wants to do just yet. All right, I'm going to work on her little sash here. She's got a little sash. And she's got a cloak back here. It's probably going to, beauty school would be perfect. The trouble with, so I have friends that went into beauty school, and the trouble with beauty school is it pays really well. Not really well, but for an artist, it pays well. So then they get kind of stuck in being in beauty school, and then they don't ever push themselves to go back to art. So I would say if she wants to do art, she needs to go do art. And so she's currently in the process. We're using Hulda Blue, which is this beautiful turquoise, which is going to go really well with this yellow because it makes this great lighter turquoise color. If you see this on my palette, just call me Mr. Bunny. Thank you for the follow. So you can see this glazes out already because this is one of the fantasy and game sets. Dude, skilled schools are where it's at. I agree. It doesn't cost as much either. You're in higher ed, but you see how much the trades are valued and understaffed. You encourage your students who may not want to be in a college. The trades are awesome. I agree. So the trick is, like, she wants to be an artist and her boyfriend wants to be a musician. And so that's a poor life, I think, unless they really focus. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, ooh, that is, sorry, I love that color. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing right there. We're just glazing this on. It's already a glaze because of the medium that's in the paint, and it's a satin. Oh, I love that. Okay. Now, before we get crazy, I'm going to add some of this Teneri yellow on here, and we're going to wet blend the mid-tone there. So that we have our yellow, but the blue is turned almost green. Okay, but I need a darker color. Let's go with Canterbrick blue. I think that'll be similar. It'll be the flat version. Oh yeah, it'll be very similar. That's the hope, exactly. Poor but happy. Yeah, so this is what I always tell people when I was younger. I kind of had this motto for myself. You either do what you love or you make enough money to do what you love. Right? Either way, that is how you end up being happy. And I've always, you know, because I'm an artist, I've always been of the mindset that, you know, it all depends on what you want. And I think there's a social kind of pressure to live a certain way and to have a car and a house and all these different things. But I mean, there's no rule that says you have to do that. You can live in a camper and, you know, live on the beach or whatever. I'm just saying that, like, material things are not always all that. And being in debt is definitely not all that. And so if you can live within your means, I think that is what's most important. Right? Agreed. Choose a vocation of an avocation based on your love. Don't really need a car anymore in most cities. That's true. And you know what? Homeownership is super overrated. It's you know, it's a reason to be in debt, but it's also like, I don't know, you end up having to repair a lot of stuff every year, right? That's what homeownership is to me right now. We got a smaller condo when we moved, and I told Mike, I said, I don't want things. I want experiences. And, you know, I want to live in a smaller place, live small, Live small, but, you know, live life big, right? Did you hear Mike laugh? Yeah, he did. We heard the laugh. That's so funny. Oh, Lowly Plumber makes a ton of money, don't they? All those trade guys. And you know, they're becoming like air conditioned HVAC guys. Totally good. I'm big on trades. I think it's where it's at right now. There we go. That's so pretty. So this is, notice that this is cut. This is lighter on the parts that were zenithal, right? And then darker in the parts that were. Oh, I gotta get back in here. Sorry, I gotta scrub in here. All right, so now, again, back with the, oh wait. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm not sure what I'm doing with my colors right now, but I'm just kind of winging it. I need to go back in here with my yellow. You're gonna call it a night, painting cricks? Thank you so much. Great advice. Joanne says, I had to work 18-hour days as a nurse practitioner to earn as much as my plumber dad. Yeah. Plumbers do make a lot. So do electricians. Now, electricians is a lot more technical. You can't be as... You have to have, especially in Australia, you have to have all kinds of training. But, yeah. All right, there we go. We got her. That's pretty bright. I mean, I might tone that down some, but I've been going pretty bright with my other girls, so I might leave it. I think the transparent blue, where is that? Let me find that, because that is probably what I want. Here it is, transparent blue. Just going to use a little bit of it. It's pretty dark. And I need a little bit of black mixed into it. Where's my transparent black? It is, there it is. No, that's coal black. There it is. Transparent black. We're going to mix black and blue a little bit to make a kind of a dark greeny blue color. It'll be really pretty. One drop of that. There we go. Pro Acryl Transparents are awesome, aren't they? Have you been using them at all, Darth Maul Lilacs, in the, like an airbrush or anything? All right, we're mixing that together. That's, see how that is almost the same color. Ooh, that is rich. Wait, let me show you that on my palette. That's the transparents right there, and those are the, that's the Fantasy and Games, and that's the Canterbury Blue. That's the from the scale color. So that's the transparents, and that is nuts. It is nuts. What was the coolest thing that I saw at Gencon for mini painting? Okay, so this isn't a big deal, but so when I very first got into this hobby and I started getting to know some of the names of some of the artists that were involved at the time, this was back in like early 2006, okay? One of the American painters that I was really aware of at that time was Marika Reimer. And at that time, she was painting for a company called, oops, I didn't need to, see, I just put a shadow. Well, I guess that would be okay, because technically that lantern top wouldn't be glowing, so we'll fix that. But anyway, Marika was working for Crocodile Games. And I walked by a booth and I found out that it was actually Crocodile Games, and I had not heard of them in like ages. Like I didn't know they were still even a thing in business. And they had some of Marika's older models still. And that was the coolest thing, because you look back at what she was doing back in 2006, and it's basically what a lot of other people who are now watching YouTube, and I mean, she was at that skill level back then. And part of the reason why she was at that skill level is because she painted like a zillion things for Crocodile Games for like years, like for $5 a piece or something crazy. I don't know if that's true. I just made that number up. Marika, sorry if you're listening. I'm going to put a white. I'm going to put that there just so I remember to paint that later. All right, so real quick, I'm going to take my black and I'm going to paint the top of this lantern black. So that will change that dynamic of that crazy shadow that I put in there. And I know that's like not like the thing you would normally expect, but for me to see Marika's work, and I took pictures of it too. I really want to send it to her because I was like, Marika, look, your old work from 2006. It's like so good. It was so good even back then. It looks so professional. And now, I mean, she's like going to be some kind of crazy scientist. She's extremely, extremely smart. Oh man, I messed that up big time. Hold on. Got to do a quick fix. Let's get the yellow out and adjust. Here we go. So, I know that you guys think I'm super, whatever, you think I'm good, but if I had started back when I should have, like back then, if I had started back in the day when I was thinking about becoming a miniature painter, and instead I went into fine art, which was still really good experience, and I learned a lot, but I just think the time that I spent doing fine art, what if I had done that in minis? Holy cow, where would I be, right? But you take the path you take, and everything happens in my opinion, for a reason. And I learned a lot, and now I'm able to apply what I learned in fine art toward minis and help people grow in a different way. Pro Curl Transparents are nuts. Let's see. They're my favorite filter. Right now, they're my favorite filter too, 100%. I really like them. You and your chat nearly cost me moolah. You saw the Badger booth at Gencon and got all excited, and I'm gonna get a Patriot for leatherwork. Perfect. Hi, Rogues Ninja. It is going well. We're painting the Bard. She's a little redhead. She's super cute. We've done some like almost watercolory like work over here, I've noticed. Hold on, I gotta pick that highlight back out. Well, I hope you were able to get some Stynel res, because that stuff is awesome. For minis, specifically. I don't know if it'd be good on leather or not, but yeah, I think, let me paint. I think I'm going to add a little bit of this to this. The back of the hands can be dark, right? Gotta be careful about where I'm highlighting, where I'm not. All right. That's better. Give it some definition, because there's still definition between the fingers, right? Ugh. I feel like I added this line and now I'm hating it. Why am I hating it? There we go. Woo! It's really muddy right now because I tried to cover black with yellow, and that's not a good look. Alex says, I went to art school too, and I've been thinking about starting mini painting as a business model after wrestling with painting galleries for 7 years. Well, Alex, it kind of depends. So it is a very different business model. For me, I like the fact that I don't have to carry an inventory. I mean, I still do, but it doesn't count as inventory, if that makes sense. For Gens, thank you for the host. I really appreciate that. For you guys who don't know, even if you just host and it says one person, it doesn't matter because I don't know if it raises my algorithm if people are hosting me, but every little bit helps on Twitch. I just realized that I need to go back and totally black out this whole base. Let's do that right now. And then I can highlight it after the fact. Black, coal black, here we go. So so yeah, we could talk about business models as far as mini painting. I still don't make much, but I make a lot more than I did as a fine artist. But the difference is that as a fine artist, I had to create my entire market from scratch because I was a watercolorist that did a really bright, vivid, I did really bright and vivid abstracts, and nobody was buying those, right? That's not a market. So I had to make that from scratch. But if you have a market already for fine art and you like that market and you're selling in that market, I can give you some tips on how to make it better. You know, I can give you some, I can point you to some people who can help you as well, learn how to be better marketing. I was wrestling a long time with, I just switched to mini painting mostly because, I would have stayed with watercolor, but I actually got burnt out with the medium eventually. Like painting as a fine artist, you have to manage, because you have to manage your creativity in a different way because you're giving so much of yourself. You put so much of yourself into your pieces, right? You're selling your babies. Whereas customizing and doing mini painting, it's a completely different process. I'm going to paint these black as well. It'll be okay. Completely different process. I don't feel married to my pieces at all, very rarely. It's rare for me to do a custom piece that I regret having to give up. But that happens, but that means I've done a really good job. If I feel like I don't want to give up a piece, then I've done a good job. You have a small market and you don't get tons of sales. So do you have different price points? Because you need to look into making prints and cards possibly, because you want to make different price points for different markets. Because there's going to be that person, they might buy a card one year, and the next year they buy a calendar, or they buy a print. But eventually you're going to build and build, and people are going to get to know you, and they're going to want an original. They're going to want an Alex, right? And I'm giving away all my secrets. People buy from who they know and who they trust. So especially when you're a fine artist and you're self-representing. This is you too, Diomedes. I know you're self-representing artist as well. You need to know more people. Like I said, people buy from who they know, so you're going to start your market with your friends and family. That's going to be your little, and you need to get, eventually you can get some painting commissions. I didn't do very many painting commissions. I charged a buttload for my painting commissions because I did not like doing them. I don't, to this day, I don't like doing 2D fine art for people. Like, I'll do it for myself, but I don't like doing portraits and all that. You've been feeling super burnt out with oil painting lately, and you haven't really started a new piece in maybe 4 months. So that's the other thing. Fine artists, you need to fill the well. You need to probably maybe having an artist hobby like mini painting, or doing something else that doesn't have anything to do with oil painting, so that you're, oh good, you have them as well as originals. Perfect. Good. There's also a website like imagekind.com where you can, all you have to do is upload your images, high-res images, and tag the heck out of it. Tag. And they will sell your prints for you. And you get passive income from that. I earned a minimum of $100 a year. And I still have an ImageKind site. And I still earn enough to, make it worth it. As a consumer, you have to admit, being able to buy and support art and support an artist without feeling like I'm going to break the bank really helps make a decision to buy something from that artist. Yeah, it's true. Geeky Girl says, well, I'm jealous of all artists. I can't even draw a stick figure. I wish I could do any art for myself. Well, mini painting is an art, right? That's what you're working on, I need to get in here. I just realized I didn't paint the inside of her cloak as well. There we go. I'm just going to hit that right there. And way in there. Can't get it. Try. There we go. All right. Things are drying. I'm going to get paint on myself. Right there with you. It's all practice, people. I mean, I really strongly believe that you don't need talent as much as you need practice. Anybody can learn to draw. Just want to stop by and say tonight's masterpiece. Here you go. This is what she's starting to look like. Right? I haven't got all the good fun parts done yet. I've been procrastinating on those. We should probably paint some of the armor now. Even when I don't paint 2D, I still paint a pile of minis. Oh, that's good. Well, if you're, try doing what I do. Paint some Bones minis at just a fun, fast level. See how fast you can get them done. Literally paint them as fast as you can and throw them up on eBay for a minimum of like $5, And I'm going to paint all of her armor black right now to start. I don't know if I'm doing this right, but I just realized. Okay. I got to stop for a second. Anyway, paint the Bones minis or whatever as fast as you can. See how fast you can get them done. Throw them up, $5 each. See what the auctions go for. If you're starting to make $30 to $40, that's a good margin, and you can probably make it as a miniature painter because speed is really, really key in being a professional miniature painter. If you can't paint fast, you're not going to make much money because it boils down to like an hourly thing, right? I don't know why I'm painting all this black, but I think it's going to work. We'll see. It's all about the margin. It's all about the bottom line. And then once you figure out about what people are starting to pay you for your eBay stuff, then you can figure out, okay, well, this is what I'm painting super fast. Then you can figure out what to charge for commissions. Okay? Because you can kind of let eBay help you set your market price or whatever. And then not only that, but when you have clients come to you and you can say, well, this is what I'm currently getting. I'm currently getting $40 or whatever for one miniature. You know, do some D&D minis, put those up on eBay. See what happens. And this is something you can do while you keep your art business going, just to test the new market. Right? You don't have to give up and you don't have to dive right in. I knew that I could make mini painting viable when I painted the Pathfinder Cleric from Reaper Miniatures. It's Pathfinder Cleric. And I was able to paint her really fast and really, really high detail. Okay, and I originally paid like $4 for that model. And then I went on eBay and I put her up on eBay, and some guy from Tasmania bought her for $115. And I was like, all right, that is about how much my prints are selling for, and I don't have to keep an inventory, so that is worth diving in for. Hi, Geofrobos. Sorry, I was really deep into my painting and chatting, wasn't I? Geeky says, I'm hoping to practice more once my kids are in school. It's hard to do with them running around. I agree. Yeah. And I really wasn't able to do this until Sophia was in high school, that kind of thing either. Because, I did my fine art before, and I did that while she was in school. But then I was mom when she was out. Let's look at her. That's looking better with the armor. I'm teaching myself watercolor painting at the moment. Good break from mini painting. That's awesome. Sinner 001. I love your stream. Do you do any other night? Tonight is MCDM stream. I don't know what that means, MCDM. But I do have other nights. You can look at my schedule down below. I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday is 2:30 to 5:30 GMT -5. Wednesday is 6 to 9. And Friday is 4 to 7. So it's Chicago time. There you go. All right, so I want to do her other armor. I'm going to paint it black too. I just feel like I need to go full contrast with this and paint everything super dark to start. And then we can work in the highlights and everything later. I felt like on my Gladiator, we just missed out some contrast a little bit. And it wasn't quite right. Okay, so this part 2. Who knew that you could come to my channel and get business advice sometime? Mark Goodwin, thank you for the host. We were just talking about how hosts help me, even when it's just like one per. Do you know what I just did? I just went over. Oh, that's okay. I'll keep doing this. I'm gonna go back and get her arm, because her arm there's skin tone in between each one of these little bands, and I missed it. All right. And I feel like I need let's see if I can do this little bit of black in here. I feel like it needs to be darker. Oh yeah, there we go. It's not the right blue. That's the other thing. I need a different blue. Deep blue, no. Is this it? Yes, navy blue. There we go. It's just a bit darker. Oh, I'm almost out. Hey, no worries. listener. No problem. I think I might take your advice and put a few just a text. Yeah, hey, let me know. You can message me and, you know, talk shop. I like talking shop. All right, I'm getting that beautiful blue. There we go. That navy blue color. Yas, there we go. It was just a little dark, or a little light. Sorry for Kingdom Death. Fill that in. That's better. Much better. Can you see what I did? I just made it a little bit darker. You paint to relax. You wouldn't want to turn it into a job. Yes, you know, some people, that would kill it for them. I agree. If you're already doing painting as a job, though, it doesn't hurt to try different mediums. I mean, within reason, because there is such a thing as artistic schizophrenia. You can be good at everything, but you can't be good at selling everything. Does that make sense? You can only have so many markets. There, I like that darkness. That is pretty right there. Now, if we're finally getting somewhere. Okay, I need to look at silver armor real quick because this is different. Where is my keyboard? We're going to look up silver armor. There we go. Ah, there we go. I like to find illustrations or computer art of armor because it helps you, it flattens it out already, so you kind of already know what to expect. Ooh, this is super pretty. Found something from Skyrim that is just beautiful, so I'm going to use it as an example. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. Skyrim SPOA Silver Knight Armor. I'm going to look at that. Yes, it's just dark grays and blacks. All right, so we need some different colors of grays. Let's go with, oh, that's coal black. We've already got that on our palette. We need some grays. Is that gray? No. Technically, we could just mix our whites and just, you know, make our range, but I am going to be lazy. I'm going to use this Gris Petroleum Gray. It's got a little purple in it, just a smidge. Okay, let me check chat. You have guest painters for your survivors for KDM, so you always have something when players leave the group to remember them by. Oh, that's so great. That's a great idea, Geofrobos. You're off to walk the dog. No problem, Creature Caster. It's good to see you too. I'm glad to see you here. We've been using a mixture of pro krills and stuff. Bad Blood Boss. Oh, you're beeping. Bad Blood Boss, I have not sent out your thing yet. I promise I will though. It's gonna be out with a bunch of other stuff. I just haven't sent it. I just noticed that it is 9 o'clock. I'm going to do some quick highlights on this gal based on my image search that I just did. So you guys can get an idea of, I'm just going to highlight with this gray a little bit. And I'm going to mix a little white in there too, into my gray. All right, so catch the edges. There we go. This is the part where I really want to slow down. The most important part about non-metallic metal is your edges. So right now we're just kind of sketching in our mid-tone. I'm going to leave that black as my base coat because I want, there we go, and then get that on there. This is just the gray, right? This is the, when we put the white in there, then you're going to really see. Okay, now let's see what happens when we're going to make this white sharp right on the edges of stuff, and I'm going to really be careful because I want this to be really tiny. Each one of those edges. Try to make it nice and sharp. See, it's already starting to look a little bit like, it's still not quite there. Hold on. This is the schmanky white too, and I don't know why it's not drying so white. That is better. Okay, let me get the edge over here. All these edges on the side over here, boom. There, that looks a little bit more like the right amount of contrast. Okay. Put a little bit more over here. Bam. I like it. I like it. We're gonna have to do everything else. I'm gonna continue working on her, and next week I'm gonna start working on my Reaper stuff. So what I'm gonna do, let me explain what I'm gonna do. ReaperCon is gonna be the end of the month, so I have 1 week to do 3 videos based on my ReaperCon classes, which you guys are all gonna get to take part in, ask questions. It will really help me prep for the class. And so I really hope that you come back Monday. It's gonna be from, can you order palette paper from me? Yes, yes. I have palette paper, I have lots of it. So order that from me, and sponges too. But yeah, so come back on Monday. We're gonna do a search. Let's see, hold on a second. I'm thinking and talking at the same time, so I'm like saying the wrong things. We're not gonna do a search. We're gonna basically do my ReaperCon classes live. And then that way my ReaperCon students will be able to come back and watch my VODs. But meanwhile, you guys who can't go to these cons will be able to see what I'm doing, how I'm teaching things, and you'll be able to, you know, access this as well. All right, and who are we going to host? Is Rainer on? It's not Friday. We've got Next Level. We've got Nalindi, Chill Night, maybe some basing painting. We've got Key Lime. Let's do Key Lime because we haven't hosted him this in a few weeks. We'll do Key Lime. All right, sounds good. Let me switch over to my other music. Boom. All right, are we ready? So I want you guys all to help me raid Key Lime. We're gonna do Mad Love, exclamation point Mad Love in chat, which means that you can, Friday is the sub only giveaway, don't forget. Sub only giveaway on Friday. We will probably finish painting some of these models, I'm not sure yet. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna do Mad Love, exclamation point Mad Love. There you go, you can come up, oh, Bad Blood Boss beat me to it. Thank you, Bad Blood Bad Blood Boss. All right, here's Keyline Prime. We're gonna raid him in just a minute. And you guys can come back on Friday for the sub-only giveaway. We will be giving away a Redgrass Games palette. And until then, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.